The Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Ooh.
A movie has been announced. This is crazy.
Ooh.
Out of the blue, it just came out. StarWars.com just
what?
like announced
Star
it.
Wars said it?
Yeah, here's Star Wars. Good. Yeah,
I can't believe Star Wars is making this
Star Wars
announcement.
announced a movie about Star Wars. The Mandalorian and Grogu, here's from the StarWars.com article. The Mandalorian and Grogu are embarking on a new adventure to movie theaters. Yes, sir. Directed by Jon Favreau and produced by Favreau, Kathleen Kennedy, and Dave Filoni, The Mandalorian and Grogu will go into production in 2024. And then here's a quote from Favreau. I have loved telling stories set in the rich world that George Lucas created. The prospect of bringing the Mandalorian and his apprentice Goku. Imagine that movie. That'd be quite a mashup. And his apprentice, we all want that now. And his apprentice Grogu to the big screen is extremely exciting. And then Kathleen Kennedy says, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have ushered into Star Wars 2 new and beloved characters, and this new story is a perfect fit for the big screen. Adds Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm. The Mandalorian and Grogu will lead Lucasfilm's ongoing feature development slate, including films helmed by Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, James Mangold, and Dave Filoni, who is also currently developing Ahsoka Season 2, among those in the works. This is the way. So
Goku doing a spirit bomb in the Star Wars universe. I mean, come on.
Goku
he's got the Force with him. That is the
and
way.
Din Djarin. Goku
and Din Djarin.
So this came out of the blue, right, Kevin? I mean, this is like over a week old now, but I mean, we're talking about it now. This kind of out of the blue, this announcement came out of nowhere, and now they're saying this is the next movie that will come out. Oh, remember all those 12 other Star Wars movies we've announced that we, keep saying are coming out next? Yeah, never mind. Forget about those. Those aren't coming out next. This is coming out now. This thing that we've never talked about before, that we've never announced before. Oh, okay. Mandalorian Grogu. Making it look. If there's gonna be one movie that I would be pretty excited to see more than any of these other ones, yeah, just give us what we want. Give us more Mandalorian and Grogu. Fine, I'm happy with this announcement. Give this to us. Whatever you got going on with these other movies that you keep saying are coming out, nothing's happening with them. We're hearing nothing else going on about it. What's Taika Waititi doing? We don't know. Who knows? Whatever. This all feels so distant right now. This, Kevin, this feels tangible. This feels doable. Yes, lean into Mandalorian and Grogu. Let's do it. Kevin, turn that off right now.
Damn it.
Stop it. YouTube has already flagged one of our videos for this.
No.
All right. Really? Yes.
Go on.
Anyway, so for that very song too. Listen, so I'm excited about this. Yes, forget all this other crap. What does this mean for the Mando universe movie that Dave Filoni is supposed to be directing with Mandalorian, Ahsoka, all these other characters? Who knows? I don't even know if that's still going to happen at this point. Maybe they'll scrap it. Whatever. I don't care about any of that. All right, Mandalorian Grogu, I'm all for it. What do you think about this, Kevin?
Whoo! Wow. Yeah. Okay. So let's dissect, huh? I mean, well, first things first. What happened to the Daisy Ridley movie? That's my first question.
Supposedly, it's still happening. I don't know.
That's supposed to be the next movie they're working on.
Right.
They were like, wait, actually, let's do this first. So I'm like, okay. Well, listen, I'm okay with that. Because I want to see both versions of both movies, right? I want to see a Grogu and Mandalorian movie. I want to see a Daisy Ridley movie. It's just, to me, it's a matter of, I think season 3 wasn't as strong as it possibly could have been for Grogu and Din Djarin, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's my subjective opinion. It's all just.
I think I would agree with that assessment too.
I think the focus of the Mandalorian himself, it kind of got a little fuzzy in that third season, which I get it, because the third season really focused on the Mandalorians themselves. It should have been called The Mandalorians with an S at the end, because this is no longer The Mandalorian. We're changing it up. And I think maybe Jon Favreau must have realized that, and thought, hey, we have to point this character in another direction now to make him interesting again. How do you do this? How do you do this after letting go of Grogu with Luke Skywalker? Then you start season 3, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Grogu's still back? Like, he's back again with Mando? Oh, well, you had to have seen Boba Fett and the last few episodes in order to... So I have to watch multiple TV shows to understand what's happening in season 3 of Mandalorian. Okay, well, that's another thing. If anything, like, I love Star Wars so much, but like, if we're trying to do a multiversal or like, connected multiverse, I keep saying multiverse, universe, cinematic universe where all the shows are starting to blend in together, it's okay, but it's such a Marvel thing to do. Like, I'd love to just see a beginning, middle, and end. If you let go of Grogu, I think it could have been stronger if you just let go of Grogu and just moved on. But I understand that Grogu's like a big part of the Mandalorian and is a big part of Din Djarin. But also I like the direction that they're taking Grogu now, which is he's turning into a Mandalorian now. Now we can see him in the future. And I think, Raul, you remember a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Thank you very much. I'm so funny. I was giving a theory that it would be so cool to see a futuristic baby, Grogu as an adult, dressed as a Mandalorian and having to interact with different Jedi in the future.
We talked about that with Ted and Chad on our celebration episode. That's right.
Yes. And so that kind of gives us leeway to go that direction where now we have a Grogu that's like jaded and is like too tired of all this crap kind of thing. And now he realizes that the only way for him to help the people he cares about is for him to tap into the Force again and use that black lightsaber and become the leader of the Mandalorians. And like, that'd be so cool. But I don't know. I mean, listen, the movie, I think, has a lot of promise. I just don't, I don't know where they're going to take it. But here's the other thing I want to say, is that I trust Jon Favreau, first of all. I know that Dave Filoni is switching positions, right? He's like artistic director, creative now, and he's no longer directing movies anymore. Is that what's happening, Raul?
He supposedly is still, I don't know, they haven't really clarified, but this Mandoverse movie, Avengers style movie that's supposedly still coming out, they haven't said one way or another, but supposedly he's still supposed to direct it.
Do you think maybe this movie,
I don't know.
Do you think the Mandalorian movie is setting up for that Avengers level Star Wars film?
See, I'm not sure. It could be. But at the same time, it could be a thing of like, they could be scrapping things and redoing. Because here's where I'm at, is that it seems like we get announcements about movies, about Star Wars movies coming out. A lot of stuff gets pushed off, delayed, canceled, rearranged. It's like they don't know exactly what they're doing over there. The Kevin Feige project, oh my gosh, Wonder Woman director.
Oh, you're talking about the Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron, yes. God, I forget her name. What was
Patty
her name?
Jenkins.
Patty Jenkins, the Patty Jenkins project, thank you. Mm-hmm. All these, Taika Waititi, who knows? All these projects they've announced, and like, we as fans have become a little hesitant to believe. Like, we don't know what to believe anymore because we don't know what's happening and what isn't happening. So I just wonder if there's still kind of this scramble going on. Yes, we got these announcements about the Mangold film, the Rey film, the Filoni Mandoverse film, right? Those were the 3 big ones that we got at Celebration last year. I wonder if things are still kind of up in the air and moving around to the point where I wonder if they're like rethinking things over there at Lucasfilm, to where it's like, we don't really know what's going on. Let's just, let's just make a Mando and Grogu movie. Let's just do that. Let's just do that for now while we figure this other shit out. That's what it comes off to me. Let's just slap together a Mando and Grogu film while we figure this other stuff out. And it just seems like that's the easiest thing you can do, And I'm for it, to be honest. I'm for it. It's like, just focus in on something. If that's easy for you to do, which naturally you're already doing the show. You've got great success, great momentum with Mandalorian, season 3, with notwithstanding. But I feel like because of that, you can easily lean that into a Mando and Grogu film on screen. And I think you can maybe kind of rectify the issues with season 3 because now you're doing a movie. You're not doing a whole season of a show. A movie is an easy, 2.5 hours to focus on, where you can focus on just Mando and Grogu. We can take out all this other stuff, that was happening with season 3 of Mando.
Mm.
So now it gives you a way to focus in a little more. And the movie's called Mandalorian and Grogu. I mean, it can't be more, it can't be any clearer about what this movie is going to be about. So hopefully, with the understanding that with a 2.5 hour time frame, you can tell a tight story just about these two. At this point, I'm just like, yes, just give me something, because all these other projects just seem so off in the distance, and it doesn't even seem like you got a handle on them anyway. We've heard no developments about the Rey, Mangold, or the Filoni films since, right? Have we not heard anything about this since Celebration last year? Any
other
new
than
updates? Any writers leaving or
Stephen
coming
Knight.
on?
I know Stephen Knight was supposed to be working on the Rey series or the Rey film.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephen Knight, for anybody who doesn't know, is the writer of Peaky Blinders on Netflix, which
Peaky
is
Blinders.
a fantastic show. I
Peaky
finished that.
Blinders.
Oh, we're joining the Blinders, are we? I mean,
But
it's fantastic.
But this was all before, like, we were talking about this during our Celebration episode, so we knew all this ahead of time. But I don't recall any kind of developments for any of these projects since then, right?
I do.
Unless I'm wrong.
I get worried that, the direction, there's like no compass at the moment, but I want to have faith in Jon Favreau and believe that they know where they're going with it now at this point. Also, there was the whole Bob Chapek thing, and then they switched to Bob Iger, and everybody's had to readjust. Like, it hasn't just been a Marvel thing. It's also been a Star Wars thing, a Disney thing, a Pixar thing. Like, everything about Disney has had to restructure, back and forth because of Chapek
Big
and
time.
Iger.
Big time.
So I want to have faith that maybe what you were saying earlier, this movie is the one that's going to redirect everything altogether so that we can go to the Marvel Avengers level movie.
Yeah.
So, I personally, I could have seen a Mandalorian season 1 movie and called it a day, and that would have been awesome. Because for me, like, this is why I'm not a Disney Imagineer or some Star Wars writer creative, because I have no idea what story they could come up with right now that would work with all of that, Like, it's the continuation. We're learning more about Grogu becoming a Mandalorian, maybe? It's possibly the lessons of a Mandalorian kind of thing going on.
And possibly set up the Filoniverse movie, Avengers-style movie.
Which we don't know if he's directing anymore. I mean...
We don't... Yeah, that's another thing is, like, is this going to set up that movie, or is this just going to be something, have they just changed directions on it completely and be like, you know what, forget the Mandoverse movie, forget the Avengers style movie, we're just going to do Mandalorian and Grogu, call it a day,
I mean, also,
I don't know.
They also did announce that they were working on Ahsoka season 2. Like, they greenlit it, which I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I thought the season 1 was going into the Avengers film. So I guess it's not doing that. So I have so many questions because I'm so interested in this direction that Star Wars is going in, which is discovering a new universe or a new galaxy that's out there, where we've never seen these specific types of alien races before. A new version of the Force, maybe. Like, there could be anything in that new galaxy, and we're just coming back from it. So I'm like, no, don't come back from it. Go back to it. Like, I want to see that new galaxy. Bring me more enemies from that galaxy. Some crazy Sith that have never been revealed until now, and they've just been living out there all this time. Like, we thought all the Sith were gone, but they've returned. Like, give me something cool in that direction.
Yeah.
If Mandalorian, for some reason, the movie is about them trying to go back to that galaxy and checking out that scene, because maybe they heard that the I'm trying to remember the Mandalorian creature, the mythical, is it called the Mythosaurus? It's the Mythosaurus.
Mythosaur?
The Mythosaur. I think it's the Mythosaur. They found out that there's another Mythosaur out there in the other galaxy, and they have to go discover and see what's out there. Like, come on, give me some new direction stuff to go in, because Ahsoka had it right. So maybe There's a lot to look forward to for this. Also, the fact that Jon Favreau is the director, the guy who made Iron Man, the guy who made the Jungle Book live action, the guy who stars in Chef and directed Chef, great movie. That he's a
Very good
storyteller.
movie.
He
Yeah.
knows what he's doing. He created the Mandalorian alongside Dave Filoni, so I have nothing but trust in what they're doing. I just hope all this scuttling around and scurrying around kind of gets resolved and focused again, so we can get back to it.
Yeah.
But